Hello my pearls, welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Alright, so this video is all about my obsession with trying a product that has been out for years, but it's new to me and I'm using it today. So I'm talking about none other than Extreme Gel. This is formerly Wetline Extreme, and I've just really kind of been obsessed and curious about this gel, and I finally decided to make up my mind and purchase it and use it on a wash and go. As you can see, I've already applied the product to one side of my hair, and I'm going to finish the other side and see what see what Extreme Gel can do for me. Hello my pearls, thank you so much for tuning into the channel today. Welcome if you are new. My name is Regina, and y'all, I have never been so excited to try a brand new product to me. But this product has been on shelves for years. Crazy. So I'm talking about none other than Extreme Gel, formerly Wetline Extreme. I have had this weird obsession with this gel, and I've never used it because I wasn't doing wash and goes until just a few months ago. So when I finally made up my mind that I was going to try Extreme Gel, then I couldn't find it. I searched everywhere. My normal spot, CVS, I looked in Walmart, nobody had it. But I went to the beauty supply store, and of course they did not fail. They had, then my next chore was figuring out which variety of Extreme Gel to get. There's the white, there's the blue, there's the green. And I just stuck with the clear. It says it's a gel for everyone. 10x extreme control fixation level. Is that what it says? Yeah, fixation level. All right, so I've already done one side of my hair, and I'm going to finish the other side. I am using a leave-in because gel is not a moisturizer. Gel is a styler, and I feel like just putting it on my fine natural hair, naked hair, just the gel only won't do me any good. I think it's going to dry out my hair. And as much time as I spend, and you probably spend too, pre-pooing, conditioning, deep conditioning, and trying to put that moisture in our hair, why would I want to just go straight in with the gel and not use a base layer? So that's what I'm doing. This is the Camille Rose Guava Slip Detangling Leave-In Conditioner. I really like this. It's a little watery. It's a watery leave-in. Not sure if you've ever tried it, but I mixed these two products together in my hand. No clumps, no bumps and lumps. So hopefully when my hair dries, it will look pretty good. I'm going to finish the other side of my hair and then come back and talk about it. But the application, so far, so good. I have all the gel applied to my hair. I don't know why I was so intimidated by this gel. Maybe because it was just so popular here on social media. But I'm having my time today with it, and now I'm going to get my hair completely dry, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Pearls, I'm back with dry hair. I let it air dry for the majority of the time, but then I kind of had somewhere to go, so I sat under my hooded dryer for an extra 30 minutes, and that got those roots dry in my area at the crown. So one thing I noticed right off is that the shine that was on my hair from the extreme gel is gone now that my hair is dry. This is not like, there's a little something there, but there's no shine like it was when it was wet. I do have definition in most of my hair, so that I'm pleased about. And like here, my straight areas, this is just my hair. There's nothing that the gel did or did not do. This is just my hair. And my roots are puffy a little bit, just a little bit. And I intentionally put product on my roots. Maybe I didn't get close enough to the roots, but I thought I did. And I was hoping for more flat roots, but that's okay. Otherwise, there is a light hold on my hair. Now, I did use a leave-in, so that could be why I wondered if my hair was going to come out rock hard, even though I used a leave-in, but it didn't. This is a soft hold, not a soft hold for me, I should say. I'll say it's a flexible hold because I've got the body and my hair is holding up pretty good. It's still day one though. So I think what I'd like to do is sit with this style for another day or so, and still come back and give you my official first impressions, but I will show you the back. So that's the whole 360. Yeah, I'm gonna sit with his hair for another overnight and then come back and just see how night one held up, and then I don't know, just give you my final thoughts. Also, that big jar of extreme gel that I purchased was only $3.99. So whether it turns out to be a product that I like or not, I'm only out $4 and some change. So it's very affordable. And if you actually let me know if you use extreme gel, formerly Wetline, and if you have used a leave-in with it, or if you just put it on your natural hair by itself with nothing else, because I might be willing to try it on my naked hair. But anyway, let me stop talking and I'll see you shortly. All right, Pearls, it's the next morning and I just took my bonnet off and shook my hair into place and situated. This is my wash and go using the extreme gel. So a few things. There's some flurries, just a few flurries flying around when I, shake my hair out and do it like this. And that's okay. But if my scalp wasn't tingling and itching, I might like this gel. But right now, I just can't say that I'll use it again. So I listen to you all. I appreciate the feedback that several of you give to me. And I'm learning that ingredients are really important. When my scalp started itching last night and tingling, I immediately looked up a few of the ingredients. And I can tell you, and I won't go into detail because I feel like I'm not qualified to talk about ingredients yet, but some of the ingredients in here are linked to causing skin rashes. And I just think that's what my scalp is going through, because when I applied the gel, it wasn't, although it's a thick gel, it wasn't like holding my roots down. I can't even find the words to explain what I'm saying, but my roots were still a little puffy. And I made sure I put enough gel on my roots to try to get them flat. That's what I'm trying to say, to try to get my roots flat. meaning that most likely some of the gel got on my scalp. And it says it's a gel for everyone. Well, maybe not for me. And another thing, I pre-pooed, I deep conditioned, and I even used a leave-in, but my hair feels kind of dry. And that's the whole reason that I used the leave-in, and I did all the prep to get my hair ready to use this new gel. And I think it's pretty drying for my hair. And I've seen some of you ladies that have done these awesome wash and goes and hairstyles with this gel, and your hair look beautiful. But I don't think this is working for me. The good thing is it was $4. So for this big old bottle, it was only $4. It's not like I, spent a lot of money on it because it was expensive. This is one of those products that I think people probably gravitated to because it was inexpensive and you can find it almost anywhere. But this isn't, I don't know, this isn't quite working for me. If it wasn't for the itchy scalp and the tingling, I might say the hair is cute. And it is cute. It's nice, those flurries again. The hold is it's a movable hold, flexible, movable hold, but I just don't know how it's gonna hold up over the next few days. It's dry. My hair's dry. And I can mainly feel it like at the roots. I may have to shampoo, but is this gel bad? No, maybe not. Maybe not for some of you, but for me, I just don't know if I can use it. I might attempt to use it again with a different leave-in and don't get so close to my scalp. All right, ladies, so it may not be for me, but if you use it, let me know in the comments. And I know there's like the green gel and the blue gel. Are either one of them supposed to be more moisturizing and nourishing than the clear? Let me know, because I still want to get on the extreme gel train, but not if there's not a seat for me. All right, pearls, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Until next time, keep it naturally corporate.